What's up, guys? Welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk more on for loop. So loops, and precisely we're gonna talk on for loops. So in our previous video, we saw conditionals where we used the if statement to break into different lines. That is when we are having a line of code where we want to break based on the condition. We used the if statement. Now in this video, the for loop is like running a set of code over and over. It means like when we write a code and the condition is satisfied, we will run the code forever and ever until the condition is not satisfied. Okay, let's see. And nowadays, that is what makes the computer more efficient than human, because the computer is capable to do the same task over and over. So that is the application of the for loop. Now let's try to see the syntax. Okay, the syntax is like for, let's say, item in iterable. Okay, if you are following my videos, we talk about iterables in some of my previous video, where we said that iterables are, let's say, anything that can be looped over and over, that we can how can I put it, we can grab the item one by one. That are iterables. So here the for loops, the syntax is like for items in an iterable. Do this. The two dot means you should do the condition, where we leave the indentation here. Okay, so and the item can be anything. Item is a variable. So you can place it as, let's say, you can put I, anything, but the iterable can be like I listed here. The iterables here, we are having strings, lists, set, tuples, and dictionaries. So let's try to do an example with the first iterable that we got here. We are having strings as the first iterable. So let's say for item, and the item can be anything, so you are the one to decide. For item in, let's say, let's put a string, hello world. Okay, and now we said do for item in hello world. What are we going to do here? It depends on the programmer. So here we're gonna print the item for the basics. Okay, we print item. So now if you try to run our code, okay, if you run our code here, we got the element a hello world, which is aligned in rows. And what did our code do here? So here we said for item in hello world. Hello world is an iterable, which means we can iterate over a different item. H is an item, so for item you iterate, you start like from 0. For H, because here the iterable start from 0 and onwards. So here you, like Python, you do for item in this, you pass through H, you print H, the item will become the next item. You iterate, you will you instead increment the number of items. The item will move from 0 to 1 and print the next value, and so on. So here is like the basic functioning of the for loop on our iterable. Now the next iterable we're gonna use here is the list. The list iterable. How can we put list here? Let's say, okay, I'm sorry. Here, let's say we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the concept is almost the same. So here we are having list. We are gonna see how we will iterate over this list. So here we are having a list of 1 to 5 elements, and now we use the for loop to do the same thing, to print our items. So let's try to see. Okay, here let me enlarge this. Here we are having our values 1, 2, 3 to 5. So iterables are very for loop is very important for us to iterate, to go over our iterables. The next one here, you are going to use tuples. Okay, see, you see if for loop can work on tuples. If you print here, you are having the same result where it printed the 5 elements. These are the results. So iterables works the same way as we said. So we iterate. It will take for the first item 0, which is at index 0. We print 1. Go back to the next item, which is at index 1. You print 2 and go over and over. And you can do this for many times. Now let's try to see if our for loop will work on set. Here we are having a set, our set. Okay, if we try to print the program, you see it will display the same result as the other since we got the same items. So here we are having 1, 2, 5, and the next thing we do here is to see if the iterable will work on our dictionary. So let's create a dictionary where you put 1, we assign it with values. Let's say okay 1, and the value, let's say you put the same thing 1, and we are having our dictionary. Now if you try to print the values here, you see, so here for the dictionaries it functions the same way, where we are having three items in our dictionary, which is 1, 2 to 3, and we use this one. You can either say for keys, because here if you access 8 items in dictionary, we use their keys, which is the first place here, keys and values. So for key, let's say keys. For keys in our dictionary, print keys. So if you try to print, as I said, the variable doesn't matter, we can change as we want. And for the purpose of this video, we are going to stop here, and in the next video we are going to see an important concept on the for loop, where we see how we will put a for loop in another for loop, which is known as a nested for loop. So thank you for watching this video, and please do not forget to subscribe and like.